Hello everyone, how's it going? Billy Ballgame here, back with another video. On this channel, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball cards. And as you can tell, I am back in the comforts of my own home. And if I look tired, it's because I'm freaking exhausted. So let me recap Saturday, which would be day 4 of the National for you all. And then what I'll probably do is come back with an overall national recap tomorrow maybe. So yesterday early morning, we decided that we were not going to stay in Terre Haute, Indiana and go to the Larry Bird Museum. So that basically put us getting home a day early, and I think we were just all so worn out. I'm getting old. I'm not as good as I once was. So Tom and I would get worn out every day at about 2:30 or so and just hit a wall where it's like, yeah, I could leave the floor right now and be fine with that. So we checked out of the hotel room. The hotel room was about $100 less than I expected it to be. And at that point yesterday morning, I had $700 left. So I gave Tom $200 for the hotel, and I have money to buy more cards. So just when you think that I'm done, and I thought I was done, I wasn't done. So we got checked out. Chris and Coop and Cameron came to pick us up at the hotel. We loaded everything up and then headed back over to the national floor. And I made what I think are some sneaky good pickups yesterday. So the plan was we were going to hit the floor from about 9:30 to 11. We were going to regroup and see if everybody had done what they came Saturday morning to accomplish on the floor. Yeah, today's Sunday. Man, I'm so turned around. Because Coop had a couple deals he was wanting to close out, and some big ones like some Patrick Mahomes rookie RPA, like comma card deals. And he also picked up a really sweet 53 Willie Mays. So he had some things going on. I have $500 now burning a hole in my pocket, and Chris had some deals that he was wanting to work on too. So I apologize. I don't have any film from the National yesterday or the trip home. Chris was so exhausted, so he drove about an hour and a half, and then I took over driving until almost to Illinois, and then Coop finished us out and drove us the rest of the way in. And I really wanted to sleep, but it was one of those things where I was so tired, but absolutely wired at the same time, that I couldn't get any sleep. Like, I'd be sitting there with my eyes crossed, but couldn't fall asleep. And we talked about baseball cards the whole way. So I'm about to show you my pickups from yesterday at the National. But inside the car, we had a mini National too. Like, Tom sold cards to me and Coop and Chris. Coop sold cards to me and Tom. Chris bought up just about everything everybody had. So we're going down the road looking at each other's cards in boxes. Well, I didn't have any with me to show. But everybody's looking at everybody's cards and still buying cards on the way home. So I have some more that I picked up from Tom and Coop that I will show tomorrow in the overall national recap. And again, there's some sneaky good cards in there. So just when you think I'm done, I'm like Chucky off of Child's Play, or Jason from Friday the 13th. Like, you think I'm done, I'm dead and buried, and then lightning strikes my grave, and then boom, here I pop out with more money to buy more cards. So unexpectedly, I came home with a much bigger stack than I thought I was going to, for sure, with more cards, no doubt about it. So I'm about to show you the 2 cards I picked up yesterday, but before I do, when I got home, I had a care package waiting for me from my buddy Justin from Go Crazy Card Collecting. I hope I didn't screw it up this time, Justin. but I had an autograph from Dick Hughes waiting for me when I got here, and it's really awesome because Justin did a video about his opportunity he had to hang out with Dick Hughes and had lunch with him, and Dick Hughes signed a bunch of stuff for him and just seemed like one of the all-time great, awesome dudes. And Justin talks about how just genuine and humble and honest and what a great dude he was while they hung out. But Dick Hughes is kind of an unfortunate tale of injury. I believe he won Rookie of the Year, or he won 16 games his rookie year, something like that. But then he was never really the same after that. But what a way to start a big league career. So I'm over the moon to have this. So thank you so much, Justin. This will find a spot with among my autograph collection. So thank you so much. And something's coming your way. I just don't know what it is and when yet, but I'll get something heading your way, Justin. Thank you once again. And I know that's not why you sent it to me, but it's the least I could do. All right, so yesterday's pickups. So again, I had $500 left, and I've got several options for $500, but time was kind of short. I really do think that if I held out and, really took my time to look, I could have gotten a card off my target list, off my top 12 for $500. Like I probably could have gotten a Rogers Hornsby, for example. Or I could have possibly gotten maybe a really nice Al Kaline rookie in like a 3 or 4. But again, we were kind of pressed for time. There were certain dealers that I wanted to check with to see if they had anything that worked. So I did. I'm super happy with the cards that I bought. Like, they're amazing cards. And so with the limited time and the way things came together, again, I think I bought the best cards that I could buy. I think if I would have been able to take more time, or had I have taken more time, I probably could have gotten, like I said, another card off my list. But I am just as happy with these cards as I would have been the other ones. So we have the 65 Topps Catfish Hunter rookie here. This is in a 7, and normally I wouldn't buy a 7. Normally I would look for a 5 or 6, but this card is just so ridiculously cheap because you have the pitcher factor, and he's an all-time great because he's in the Hall of Fame, but he's not at the level of a Nolan Ryan, a Tom Seaver, guys like that. So considerably cheaper. So this one had a sticker of 150 on it. Tom was making a wisecrack, and it was funny. He said, "Well, why don't you offer him 140 so you have lunch money?" And it's funny because we had eaten breakfast with these dealers in the hotel, and they were great people. I wish I could remember the name of their booth, but they were great. And I hope that they didn't hear him, but they might have. And the guy turned around and said, "You know what? I would do 140 for you on it." And I was like, "Okay." But I was going to pay 140 or 150 for it. But Tom ended up saving me $10, whether the dealer heard him or not. He sent the telepathic messages out there for the dealer to hear it. And this one is really sharp in a 7. It's got some very light, some snow, very slight snow there, very slight snow up here in the top. But this is a blazer as a 7. So I'm happy to have that for sure. And then the next card, my buddies Mike from Canadian Cards and Steven with a PH will appreciate, I hope. Well, I mean, I love it, so it doesn't matter if anybody else appreciates it. But my buddies from the Great White North will appreciate this next pickup. And it's a sneaky good pickup for the amount of money I had left for the National. So I bought the Mario Lemieux rookie card. This is the Topps version because it's considerably cheaper than the OPC. This is in an 8. And to me, let me show the back on the Catfish real quick. I love the backs on these older cards. They're awesome, especially the ones with like drawings and cartoons and stuff. And this one doesn't have that, but still they have amazing backs. So here's the back of the Lemieux, the Mario Lemieux. So I love it. I'm so excited to have this. This is one of the big cards in hockey. Mario Lemieux is easily a top 5 to top 10 greatest hockey player of all time, in my opinion. He battled with a lot of injuries, which shortened his career. If he wouldn't have been injured, and I mean, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and missed, I think, a season or two in the NHL and came back and battled through that. I mean, just what an amazing story of resilience. And he was a big, tough hockey player. He was a physical guy, extremely athletic, a hell of a shot, and just an amazing scorer. And if he wouldn't have battled the injuries he did throughout his career, I mean, I don't know how you rank them, but to me, it's Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr probably, or Gordie Howe. You can flip those back and forth all you want. Then probably, man, some of the old time guys were really good, like Guy Lafleur. Some of those guys, Bobby Clark. But then right in there, you have Mark Messier. You have Yager. So you have some amazing players, and, Paul Coffey and Ray Bourque, just so many amazing hockey players. Mario Lemieux would be undoubtedly in the top 5, maybe number 4. And some people may put him number 4 already, considering all the injuries. But just what an amazing card. I'm so happy to have this. This is one of those, again, non-baseball, iconic Hall of Fame rookie cards that, hopefully I have eventually all of them. So this definitely made my hockey rookie card collection better. This card probably has more value than everything combined that I have in hockey up to this point. But I bought this card at Ash's table from Legacy Cards. It was between this one and a Joe Montana rookie, and they were both 8s, and they were both amazing looking cards. And I was thinking I liked this one better. I slid them over to Tom, and I was like, I know you're not into hockey, but take the players out of the equation and let me know which card you prefer and which one has the better eye appeal for you. And he said, I think this one is a little better centered, and just the white on those borders with, the other colors of the card, it just pops. And I said, I agree. So this is the one that I want. And again, you can see they had 400 on the sticker. I believe the VCP average price is like $433 or something. The most recent sale was, I think, $365. And I asked the guy if I could get to $350 on it. And he said he couldn't quite get to $350, but he would do $360. And I said that works for me. So I'm happy I got to buy a card from those guys, because they're amazing dealers, number one. Amazing guys, number one. Amazing dealers, number 2. And number 3, they're tremendous supporters of the YouTube community. And it's terrible what happened at the Dallas Card Show. So I just wanted to find any way I possibly could, no matter how big or how small, to support those guys, because they're such great people and they support the YouTube community and us goofy YouTubers, who will sit here in front of a camera and talk about baseball cards. So I wanted to show him a little bit of that gratitude in return I wish I would have had $15,000 to spend at Ash's table. I really do. And he also put on the Friday night YouTube meet and greet get together, and it was an amazing venue, amazing food, and amazing people. So just again, the guys are at Legacy Cards are top notch. So again, I'm exhausted. We had a great time. So I picked these two up, and I'm like, this is way more than I ever expected to be able to pull off at the National. Because on day one, after buying my Hank Aaron, I thought I was done. And so to come out of there with two more amazing cards, like, again, it almost puts me at a loss for words, which is rare for me, just because it went way better than I ever expected. And so, you know, I thought this was going to be it. And I'll show you more, hopefully better pictures of this tomorrow when I do my overall national recap. But I didn't do bad. I didn't do bad for a guy with a smallish budget. I came away with some amazing cards, and I can't be happier about it. So if I've made my Hank Aaron rookie card obnoxious, like for the first day, like it was kind of unintentional because I was over the moon about it. And then after the second day, you know, I thought it was just kind of funny, obnoxious. So I figured I would continue the theme. So if I got under anybody's skin because I was just too over the top, I apologize. But I'm almost 50 years old, and there are many, many things that I have been over the moon excited about. But most of the time, they don't involve me getting this excited over baseball cards. So I hope I didn't rub anybody the wrong way. I definitely didn't mean to steal anybody's joy or thunder or anything like that. So I was just that excited. So I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up with that. Oh, so before I do go, I believe I met about 8 of my subscribers at the National, and they were all amazing guys. There's the TNT guys from Tennessee. I can't remember both your names, and I apologize, but I'm terrible with names. I would recognize your face 15 years from now in Walmart. The TNT guys, the Ohio State fan, former military guy that I met. There's Redneck Collector, really close to my neck of the woods where I grew up, and his buddy. Like, just all great dudes. And I hope that our paths can continue to cross. Because, again, I love this hobby. I love having people to share it with, and us mutually sharing in each other's joy of this hobby. And the cards that we pick up. And I'm starting to get a little emotional, but it's been a highly charged day the last 3-4 days, just nonstop on the floor talking about cards, like and then not sleeping. So it's been a heck of a last 3 or 4 days, and I don't even have the words to fully describe it, but I'll try my best to describe it tomorrow. So again, I thank you everyone for your support of the channel. It was great meeting all my fellow YouTube content creators. Just again, what a great group of guys. I'm so honored to be part of this community and accepted as part of this community. Just again, because it's all about sharing our mutual love of the hobby. So thank you to my fellow YouTube content creators as well. Everybody just made this an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience for me. The last I have to compare to it, is from 30 years ago or something like that. So this was just an amazing experience, and it cannot be compared to the National I went to 32 years ago. So if you were involved in making my National amazing in any way, and you see this video, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So I hope everyone made it home safely. I hope everyone else had it and as amazing of a national that I did. And I will go ahead and wrap it up at that. So I'll be back with you tomorrow. Make sure you check that one out too, because again, I've got some more sneaky good cards that I brought back with me from purchases in the car on the 11-hour ride back to Missouri. So I'll be back with you tomorrow. And until the next one, I hope everybody has a good one, and I'll talk to you later.